Hi, boys and girls. It's Mrs. Daniels, and we hope that you're enjoying Ninja Week because something fun that we are going to do in writing this week is you guys are going to write your own story that involves a ninja character, or maybe more than one ninja character. And in order for you to do that, you need to think about all of the things that you see here on this story map slide. Now, we've used this story map slide or something very similar to it in first grade already, but I'll just review the different parts so that you can refresh your memories about what you need to put on the story map. First is the setting. Do you remember what the setting of the story is? Right. The setting of the story is where the story takes place. Then you want to include some characters, and at least one of your characters will be a ninja, maybe even more. And you want to think about what is going to happen at the beginning of your story, in the middle of your story, and at the end of your story. And good stories usually have a problem that gets described in the beginning and the middle of the story, and then by the end, the problem gets solved. And I'm going to show you what this looks like and how we would fill out a story map for a story that was mailed to your house this week by the first grade teachers. And hopefully you know what I'm talking about. It is the story of the four flat ninja teachers. So I'm going to read this story to you. And as I'm reading, I want you to think about, where does the story take place? What's the setting? Who are the characters in the story? And what's happening in the beginning, the middle, and the end of the story? So let's get started. The four flat ninja teachers. Once upon a time, there were four first grade teachers who worked in a magnificent school in the kingdom of Cherry Hill. Their names were Miss Amato, Mrs. Daniels, Mrs. Cos, and Mrs. Ortiz. The school year was going along beautifully, and they felt like the luckiest teachers in the world because their students were so smart, funny, and kind. Then, one day, a dangerous virus began spreading throughout the land. King Joseph proclaimed, "We must close the schools to keep everyone safe." When the first grade teachers found out about this, they were horrified. "How will the children keep learning?" cried Miss Amato. "What will they read?" demanded Mrs. Daniels. "Who will they play with?" sobbed Mrs. Cos. "This is terrible," exclaimed Mrs. Ortiz. Prince Sweeney came along and found the teachers hugging each other and sobbing. Now, my good women," said Prince Sweeney, "we will figure this out and try our best. I have confidence in you." So the teachers stuffed the children's backpacks full of books and papers and showed them their new classroom. It was named Google. It was kind of cool, but definitely not as nice as their old classrooms. A few weeks passed, and the children and their hard-working parents learned how things worked in their new classrooms. The teachers made videos and slides and kept their phones constantly charged because this was the new way to ask questions. It was incredibly challenging, but everyone tried their best. Then Emperor Phil made an announcement. "For the safety of all the kingdoms, we must keep schools closed for the rest of the year." Again, the teachers were horrified. "But I miss them so much," cried Miss Amato. "I want to read to them in person, not show them videos," announced Mrs. Daniels. "They need their teachers," sobbed Mrs. Cos. "This is a nightmare," exclaimed Mrs. Ortiz. As they texted each other and sobbed, the teachers felt a strange feeling come over their bodies. "I'm shrinking," cried Miss Amato. "I'm as flat as a pancake," announced Mrs. Daniels. What is this strange outfit? Sobbed Mrs. Cos. This is weird, exclaimed Mrs. Ortiz. Have no fear, said a deep voice coming from each teacher's phone. You can be with the children now. And in a puff of smoke, a big pile of envelopes appeared magically in each teacher's living room. Climb in, said the voice from the phone, and you can be with the children. I'm ready, cried Miss Amato. Me too. But what about my books? Asked Mrs. Daniels. I want to see the children, but I don't want to get in an envelope, sobbed Mrs. Cos. Don't be scared, comforted Mrs. Ortiz. You're a brave ninja now. And that, boys and girls, is the story of how your flat ninja teachers have arrived at your homes. We are here to read with you, have dinner with you, play with you, and remind you of how much we love you and miss you. So, did you think about where the story took place, who the characters were, and what happened in the beginning, middle, and end? What I did, I'm going to show you how I would fill out this graphic organizer for this particular story. So let's see. The setting was Clara Barton in the beginning, right? And then what happened? The setting changed, right? And where did it change to? It changed to the teachers' living rooms, right? Right. So now take a minute and think about who were the characters in the story. There were actually a bunch of characters in the story. Well, let's see. There was Miss Amato, Mrs. Daniels, Mrs. Cos, and Mrs. Ortiz. They were kind of the main characters, right? But there were some other characters as well who popped in for a short visit in the story, right? There was King Joseph, Emperor Phil, and do you remember the last character? I'll give you a hint. Prince, it almost sounds like Principal. Did you say Prince Sweeney? And then there was also, was kind of a character, the deep voice from the phone, right? We never really found out who that was exactly. All right, so now we've got our settings and our characters, and let's think about what happens in the beginning of the story. And we just want to, there were so many details throughout the story, as I'm sure there will be in your stories. We want to just kind of focus on like the big ideas. So at the beginning of the story, the teachers found out school closed and everyone had to start remote learning, right? So that's kind of what happened at the beginning of the story. We all went home and got busy with Google Classroom and started our remote learning. Now let's think about the middle of the story. So then we found out schools were closed for the rest of the year. And how did the teachers feel about that? Not very good, right? The teachers were upset because they missed their students. That really was kind of the big problem in the story, is how upset the teachers were about missing the students. And then how did that problem get solved at the end? So I'm going to say the teachers turned into black ninjas and got to be with the students in there is a story map. So here's what you're going to do next. You're going to listen to a story read by Mrs. Oz about a little ninja who took a bath and a whole bunch of things happened. And after you listen to the stories, you are going to fill out your very own story map for that story that identifies the setting, the characters, and the beginning, middle, and end of the story. And you can do this on either a Google slide, or you can print out a copy of a blank story map, or you can just do it on a piece of paper and just have a list that says the setting, the characters, and the beginning, middle, and end. So this will help you get ready to start planning your very own story on Wednesday. Have fun, boys and girls.